And it was not too long ago that we spoke about moonlighting. You know, the practice of having a second job, it is called moonlighting. Last time we told you that companies must disclose their moonlighting policy. It is big debate now among CEOs who are on Twitter, social media, talking about moonlighting. But we tell you the latest now. Now there are two companies that have disclosed their moonlighting policies. I'm afraid it's not a good news now for many in IT sector. Indian IT giant Infosys, it said moonlighting can lead to termination. In other words, if an employee works elsewhere post work hours, he or she could be sacked. Tech giant Wipro's thoughts on moonlighting has been made clear through a tweet. It's from Wipro's chairman Richard Premji, and he brands in fact moonlighting as plain and simple cheating. What is this taboo around moonlighting all about? Just so that people understand concept better. Let's once again revisit the definition of moonlighting. It is practice of taking up a second job after work hours. The two things you must note at this point: one, that we are talking about a second job, not a primary job. And second, we are talking about a job that's done post work hours and during work hours. It is legal in many countries, so you could say safely that moonlighting is the paid work you do during your free time, or what people call me time, basically time that's beyond your employer's jurisdiction. So can employers really forbid you from moonlighting? Historically, employees have often moonlighted. School teachers, they've provided tuitions to students. Executives moonlight as consultants. People have been moonlighting for ages. So why has it suddenly become a problem? Recently, an employee was found to work 7 jobs. HRs, they tracked multiple Provident Funds accounts linked to this employee. It was a major blow-up, and he was a techie, an Indian techie working in India's very own Silicon Valley, Bengaluru. The news spread like a raging fire. It triggered a debate. The question was simple: should employees be allowed to moonlight? The answer should have been simple too, but you know why? It's not, as long as employee is transparent about it. But as long as there is no conflict of interest, they can be allowed. As long as he or she is not compromising on her primary job, some companies do allow it. Because come to think of it, what's wrong with moonlighting? We say people have varied interests, people also have financial goals, and moonlighting helps both. So giving it a green signal only seemed fair. But it seems all is not fair in India's job sector. Moonlighting is being weighed on moral scales now. It is being called cheating, even two-timing. Moonlighting is being forbidden now. The email sent by Infosys employees came with subject line that read, "No two-timing, no moonlighting." What did the rest of the email say? Well, let me read it out for you. At Infosys, dual employment is not permitted as per employee handbook and code of conduct. As clearly stated in your offer letter, you agree not to take employment, whether full-time or part-time, as director, partner, member, employee of any other organization, entity engaged in any form of business activity without consent of Infosys. It also read that consent may be given subject to any terms and conditions that company may think fit and may be withdrawn at any time at the discretion of the company. So what does Indian law say about moonlighting? There is no specific law prohibiting moonlighting in India. The most important document in this context is actually your job contract. Its terms and conditions define everything. They decide whether or not you can moonlight. There are 2 clauses you should watch out for. The first one, a single employment clause. Your work contract may legally bind you to a single job. Second one is non-compete clause. WION now available in your country. Download the app and get all the news on the move.